You know, growing up, my uncle used to tell me a lot of stories. Stories of how beautiful Nigeria used to be. My uncle face will light up when he talks about how proud he was as a young man when Nigeria gained independence in 1960. He went on to describe how the nation came together as one indivisive people who believes in the collectivity of everyone. My uncle used to tell us the stories of how young ladies at the time were so happy that the country is finally free from the grips of the colonial master. He would tell us the story of how they used to go to beer parlors, modern day joints, And my uncle would said, Nigeria was so beautiful. Everybody was so happy that at last we have a nation. A nation meant for greatness. He told me about the glory days. He told me about how oil was discovered and how the future of the nation was bright. According to him, it's like Nigeria is the paradise in Africa. And he would joke about how him and his friends, we go have good time and they're gonna be feeling on top of the world because they are Nigerians. I was just 14 years old when the old man tell all these stories, and I was happy, even though I never get to live those moments like he described them. But from the way his face lit up, from the happiness that I can see through his eyes, I understood we used to have a country. Fast forward 30 years later, I don't even know if I can tell my kids any sweet story of a country that was so great. A country that was filled with these happy tales that my uncle, even though now he's late, was so proud of telling us the story about the beauties, the radiance, the joy and happiness they felt as Nigerians. Right now, I'm in my mid-40s, and every day when I look at my kids and I try to tell them about Nigeria, it's a struggle. It's difficult. Because these kids, they are smarter, they can read. Even if I pretend to tell them fake stories of how great Nigeria is, these kids, my kids are so smart, they can easily go online and look it up. And I'll be wondering within me, what kind of story can I tell? How can I make these children understand that Nigeria is a beautiful country? That despite of the corruption stories, the scams they read about and watch on YouTube, despite this is tough, man. I just don't know how to tell my kids that Nigerians are not really as bad as we appear in the media. But even within my soul, I knew I'll be lying to them. Because these politicians, I ain't do no justice. They're not helping my cause at all. These politicians have eaten deep into the soul of the nation. These politicians have literally brought the country to her knees. They have stole from the coffers. They have embezzled public funds, destroy all the infrastructures in the country, flip everything around. And this is the challenge I'm facing right now. How do I tell my kids that we once have a nation that was beautiful, a promising land, a land that was blessed by God, a land endowed with human and natural resources, a country that was once described as the giant of Africa. How do I tell this story? Well, I think there is light at the end of the tunnel. Because right now there is a wave going through the country. There is this tsunami of change that's about to happen. And that tsunami comes with a name. That name is Peter Obi. Yes, you heard that right. The wind of change is coming, and that wind of change is riding on the back of one man. His name is Peter Obi. I don't care if he's from the south, southeast, southwest. No. The Peter Obi we see right now is a man with dignity, a man of honor, a man who honors his words, a man who has been tested right in the corridor of power, a man who has shown that no matter what, he is not willing and ready to trade his soul at the expense of the sufferings of Nigerians, both young and old. So when you see me online campaigning for Peter Obi, it's not because I know him, not because I'm getting anything from him, but because I am tired. Just like every other Nigerians who were young, beaming with hope that one day we are going to be the leaders of tomorrow. But that dream has eroded us. Everyone right now who's above the age of 40 in Nigeria has no future in the country. The good news is it's never too late. We can make a change. If we can't do nothing for ourselves, at least we can do something for the young generations, for the kids that we have, for those who are coming after us. We can fight for them. We're not going to fight with weapons. Far from it. We're not going to create public disturbance. None of that. But we are going to stand and face the oppressors. We're going to show the politicians that enough is enough. And the only way we can do that effectively is by getting our PVC. It's going to be tough. The forces are going to be right here, try to deny us of our right. But no matter what, we need to get the PVC. We are going to vote and we will defend our votes. Like I said, Peter Obi might not win the election. Come 2023, he might lost the election. But I'm going to stand tall and tell my kids, even if I'm not right here in Nigeria to cast my vote for Peter Obi, I'm going to do everything in my power. I will rise up. I will talk in the day, in the night, anytime. I will stand on my feet and I will lift my voice up and rouse the people to support Peter Obi. If he lost, I'll be proud of myself. I can tell my kids, I fought for the soul of Nigeria. I don't know about you. I really don't know about you, frankly speaking. But what I know is this. If we band together and said enough is enough, we can save the soul of Nigeria. We can rescue this beautiful country from the hands of these wicked, selfish, greedy politicians. We can do this. And when we are in our 60s and 70s, we can look back and tell our kids who would have become grown-up men and women that we fought for the soul of Nigeria. And when our grandchildren come around, I can proudly tell my grandkids, I can tell my grandkids that, hey, there is a country called Nigeria, a land filled with milk and honey. We lost it once, but we reclaim it. What will be your story? Are you going to be one of those who will sell their votes for peanuts? Or you are going to be one of the millions of hero youths that will tell their grandchildren, we fought for the soul of Nigeria. My name is Ben Oriu, and I implore you to join the struggle to make Peter Obi our next president come 2023. Thank you.